Hi, amazing that you're here and welcome to my YouTube channel. In here, I share my tips, experience, and how I got others into online entrepreneurship. And today, I'm going to cover more about dealing with rejection because when you're an entrepreneur, you get a lot of rejection, a lot of people not replying, not showing up, or it just stays silent. And we all have our own thoughts based on the patterns and based on the experience we have from the past and our own life. So, in this video, I will give you also some journal questions. So, make sure you have some pen and paper. You can pause the video if you like, or afterwards take some time for yourself to get over these questions. So, let's dive in. Well, the definition of rejection is that rejection is the act of refusing to accept, use, believe, or consider something or someone. So it also based on personal level. And it signifies a formal turn down, denial, or the state of being deemed unsatisfactory. So the fear of rejection can hold you back in two different kind of ways or two different backgrounds. You can have a fear because of the negative past experiences and maybe you've been rejected earlier on once or multiple times, and for you these experiences are proof and a belief that's stuck within yourself, and that you believe that the same thing will happen again when kind of like a situation that's similar to that will pop up. Another way that fear is coming up is because of the unknown and the pressure you feel to fit in a certain kind of standard, to fit in a certain kind of group in society, and the desire to be like the average. So you just want to be a normal person because when people would see you and you stand out, you feel like, yeah, but they're gonna think something of me. And you already think that the thing that they're gonna think about you is negative. So after these questions, you can pause the video for yourself or after the video. What do you feel when being rejected? What do I do? How do I act upon my emotions? And instead, how would I like to feel and act? And what shift in mindset and thoughts do I need to make to act differently than I do now and create also another outcome? So you can pause the video for yourself or take these questions with you afterwards to really see like, hey, how do I act and think right now? And how do I want and feel like to be it? So one thing I want to give you on a daily basis is being aware of what you think and what you do. So take at least 2 minutes a day to come back to yourself, to reflect on how the day went, what you thought, how you acted, and if it aligned with who you are. If I now, for example, take 5 minutes of breath work between when I'm coming home in the evening from my other job and starting to work on my business, and these 5 minutes clear my mind and give me better focus. So, what I do is just I watch my phone. I know for myself, okay, I'm gonna take 5 minutes at least because nowadays it's taken longer and longer, and I focus on my breath. And with focusing on my breath, I also notice that my subconscious mind is just running over thoughts, over situations, everything that went through the day. And when I open my eyes and I take 5 minutes, but now it's quite often more, because I'm so in that breath, I'm so in that moment that it takes longer. And when I come out, I really feel like everything that stressed me out or really made an impact on me that day is gone. And of course, I can think about it, but that emotion is stabilized, so I can focus on other things. One tip I want to give you is surround yourself with the right people. Because if you surround yourself with the ones you align with, you know you have a circle and a social network surrounding you that will support you in any kind of way. And also be open about what's truly happening inside of yourself instead of locking things up and then notice that there's a system in your body blocking you. It doesn't have to be a huge group of people that you have surrounding you, but just 2 to 3 people you can fully trust is already enough to really spread your voice and have a good connection with. And what helps me too is writing it down. Of course, I'm an author. I wrote a book. My second one will be coming somewhere next year, maybe the year after. I don't know when I'm going to finish it. But journaling is something I do quite often still because writing things down also makes you clear your mind and put things on paper. And journaling about things that you feel like people rejected you and reading that back also make you realize and notice that situation and how it went and how it is in your mind. So your mind is different than the things you put on paper. For example, I posted something in our community group, it is a while ago, about coaching and about that I wanted to be a coach and that I just, I don't know anymore what I was in there directly, but I was developing and without having the goal to make anybody step into it, someone made a comment underneath my post that I wasn't able to share this, I couldn't do it, and that person deleted my post, throw it out of the whole community. And what that did with me on the inside was that I felt rejected, I felt lonely, and I thought immediately, everybody hates me. And I needed to take some time afterwards to write it down and to get to the core, to really see, hey, where is this coming from? That when someone is telling me something, that I immediately feel the whole world is against me. With that, I also want to give you an exercise. So take your specific situation, like I just shared my example, and ask yourself, how do I feel and which automatic thoughts pop up? Where does these thoughts come from? A situation from the past or a person who told you something? What is my vision? And why am I doing now what I do? And is this person that told me something or that person from the past, is that an authority for me in the field of what I want to achieve? And yes or no, should I, based upon that, listen to that person? And a final thought and a final quote that I want to end this presentation with is, there are many things that I want or that you want. And the only way I will get them is to keep my head down, listen to the right people, and work hard. And that is the end of this short presentation. It was a short clip, but I hope you pause the video and really take these questions seriously so you really can reflect on situations and the thoughts you have in mind. If this is the first video that you see from me and you want to dive deeper into how I guide other women into building a sustainable online business to work for themselves, you can always contact me or respond on the video, but I'll also place the link underneath the video to start the training and my Instagram handle where you can find me anyway. Thank you for listening and watching this video, and I hope to get to see you in the next one.